Hey beauties, a pleasant Sunday afternoon to you. If you have not yet made Jesus Christ your personal Lord and Savior, please feel free to do so. He's the best being ever. Certainly that would be the best decision you could ever make. Alright, beautiful people. So I was on a live last evening, and the discussion was, what do women want in relationships? And there are quite a number of things, but I'm going to touch on one particular one. I may segue into another, but I want to focus on one particular one that I find lacking in many relationships. And there could be a plethora of reasons, or maybe condensed reasons as to why this is lacking, for the women, that is. And one of the many reasons that, women want in relationships is affectionate love. So we're talking frequent hugs, frequent romantic kisses, whether kisses on the lips, kisses on the forehead, kisses on the neck, kisses on the cheek, kisses on the nose, kisses on the hand. There is just something about the kiss on the forehead, the lips, and so on. And we want the look of love. So when we look in your eyes, we can see that you really love us. And as somebody who I respect, who is on the social media platform, she said it would be very impossible, almost, not to say it is not, for a man to throughout the day, frequently, day after day, kiss his woman and not have love for her. It just doesn't add up, because there is something about affectionate love and love itself. When you really love somebody, you can't get enough of them. You want to hug them. You want that skin to skin connection. So that is one sign for me that will tell me that the man loves you. Not the gifts that you get per se, not in terms of sometimes they do give gifts because they really care for you. But usually when you find that they will frequently throughout the day just look at you with the look of love, hug you and kiss you, it tells a story that the love that they have towards you is very kind and meek and gentle and wonderful and sweet. However, one of the reasons, especially among our black women, that we seem to not get this from our men is that a man said on the live that it feels sometimes like he's drawing close to his person a cactus or a macka tree. So picture yourself now going to hug a macka tree or a fleet or whatever you call it of cactus. You understand where I'm coming from. You probably would have to you probably can't even touch the individual really, because you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know the venom you're going to get. You don't know the vitriol that you're going to get. You don't know the negativity that you're going to get. So what happens is that when the man becomes wounded, it becomes very difficult for him. He doesn't have the impetus. He doesn't have the drive to come and give you that affectionate hug and that affectionate kiss. When Paul had said from a platonic, coming from an agape love, agape love is the highest form of love. And when Paul had said, I want you to greet each other with a holy hug and a holy kiss, meaning it is devoid of lust. It is devoid of something very sinister. It is devoid of a perverted nature behind it, a perverted feeling, modus of operandi behind it. It must be clean, it must be honest, it must be pure. However, even in that platonic / sort of an agape sense, if you find somebody to be very standoffish, snobbish, very vitriolic, very discourteous and very rude, chances are it's going to be very difficult for you to exchange the love that God has imparted upon your person towards that individual via a hug, via a kiss. You may just resort to not even a handshake. Because you're so wounded that you're bleeding, and you need more blood in your body to come back to a sense of normality. But what happens is that you're going to do everything to not bleed like that again. You're going to work overtime to not bleed like that again. So you avoid hugging and kissing the individual. And similarly, in a romantic sense, when a woman is like a dripping pipe, when she nags constantly and quarrels and is negative, or she puts down the man, compares him to other men, is controlling in every way, every form, and in every fashion, chances are she will not get that hug, that affectionate hug, that affectionate kiss, because it is not even in the man to emit to him, to emit to her. But on the flip side, I want to say this, that men don't understand something about women. Women are made to receive, physically, literally, and figuratively. You notice you are the ones you have to give yourself, in terms of the penis goes into the vagina and you have the sexual intercourse. The woman receives money from you and she gives up herself for you to give your body to her. I'm just using this on a basic level because relationships they're not only based on sex, but I'm just letting you know. When you insert that genitalia into hers, what happens? If you don't use protection, chances are in 9 months' time, maybe a little less, she gives life, she gives birth to another life, to another human being. So she multiplied the sexual intercourse that you gave to her into another human being. And then this thing continues in terms of a part of the whole thing being fruitful. That's not the main thing about being fruitful and multiplying. So one of the things I'm saying to you is that whatever you give a woman, so you notice you give her that seed, that semen, it touches on her egg, it multiplies and becomes another human being, or 2 or 3 or triplet, quadruplet, whatever, sextuplet, whatever you want to call it. It multiplies. Similarly, if you give her negativity, she's going to multiply that negativity and give it back to you in abundance. So men, when you are harsh with your women, sometimes you don't understand. That is why Peter, in 1 Peter 3, thereabout, it says, men, husbands, do not embitter your wives. Don't be harsh with them in your words. Don't be abusive in your language. Don't be vitriolic. Don't be acrimonious. Don't be negative and hard with your words. If you do that, you make her feel sad, because one of the triggers of a woman is she's moved by what she hears and how you make her feel. When you do that, what you're saying is, God, I don't respect this beauty that you gave to me. And because of that, your prayers will only go to the ceiling and back down to you. It will not go beyond the ceiling. So your prayers become hindered. They are blocked up. It is not penetrating to God. Because you now have emitted negativity to her, she multiplies that and she reacts. She becomes that dripping pipe because you had knocked the faucet. You had knocked the faucet with a hammer, and now it is malfunctioning and it starts to drip, drip, drip. And then you wonder why she reacts the way she does. So sometimes, men, you have to look at the action that has multiplied the reactions that the wife or the woman has given to you. You can prevent her from being the cactus. You can prevent her from being the macka tree, and make her be the teddy bear that you so desire. Because one of the things you don't understand with a woman, when a woman loves you, she's going to be extremely loyal and devoted. It would take more than a tsunami and a hurricane for her to move that love. Once you treat her with honor, with respect, with dignity, with pride, you cherish her, you value her, you make her feel special, like she's the only woman in the world, the most beautiful woman in the world, whether or not she is. I'm telling you, loyalty and devotion comes automatically. Submission is not subduing, but submission becomes automatic. Automatically she submits to you. But you have to make that decision, since God has made you the head of the home and her being a helpmate. It's 2 different types of leadership. So you determine if you want the cactus or the macka tree versus the teddy bear. And women, you have to put yourself in such a place where you become the teddy bear and not the macka tree or the cactus. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Have a fantastic Sunday.